Hey, you ever stop to think about the power of the words that slip out of your mouth? They're not just random sounds. They're like little ripples in the universe, spreading out and shaping the reality we live in, often in ways we don't even realize. We toss words around so carelessly sometimes, not even thinking about how deep their impact can go, both on ourselves and the world we're living in. It's like every word you say is a vibration that hits the fabric of the universe, and that energy, it sticks around. It's wild how much our words can mirror what's going on inside us, reflecting our core beliefs and the assumptions we hold about life. And yeah, most folks don't even catch on to how powerful their words really are. They just say stuff without thinking about how it might play out. Take this for example. If you keep talking about how broke you are, or how nothing ever goes your way, those words seep into the ether, into your subconscious, and start building that exact reality for you. It's like the more you say it, the more it becomes true. You know? Here's the thing. Our subconscious mind, it's like this neutral, super powerful force that doesn't care about what's good or bad for us. It's just there, soaking up everything we say and believe and making it real. That's why what we say is so crucial. It's like planting seeds in this fertile ground, and whatever you plant is going to grow. If you're finding value in this journey and want to keep growing together, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It really helps to get this message out there. And if you're able to, consider becoming a channel member. It's a great way to support us so we can keep bringing you more content like this. Thanks for being a part of this community. Neville Goddard, the guy who really got into the law of assumption, talks about this a lot. He's all about how our unconscious assumptions, which show up in our words, shape our reality. So next time you catch yourself saying something, think about how it's going to play out in your world, because it will, in your life, your relationships, and everything else. Joseph Murphy, who was all about studying the subconscious mind, had this great quote: "As you sow in your subconscious mind, so shall you reap in your body and environment." It's pretty much the truth. What you think and say, that's the blueprint for your reality. So if you keep going on about how weak or unworthy you feel, guess what? That's what's going to stand out in your life. It's the same deal with love. If you're stuck on feeling unloved, that's what you'll attract more of. The subconscious isn't there to judge or filter this stuff. That's what our conscious mind is for, to pick and choose what we want to cultivate. So if you're over being unhappy, your subconscious is going to latch onto that, working to create the state you've been talking about. But here's the kicker. Your subconscious doesn't get the whole negative thing like your conscious mind does. It just grabs onto the dominant feeling or idea and runs with it. So yeah, next time you're speaking, maybe pause and think, what reality am I shaping with these words? As you start exploring this incredible journey of awakening your inner potential and shaping your reality, it's so important to have the right tools and guidance along the way. That's why I've handpicked 4 amazing books that can really support you in your personal development. You'll find the links to these books in the description below. Each one is a step towards deepening your understanding and empowering your journey. So you might be thinking, if I really want to be happy, why does it feel like my subconscious keeps pulling me back into unhappiness? Well, here's the thing. According to Neville Goddard, we don't manifest what we want. We manifest what we are. It's all about our inner state, the core of who we believe ourselves to be, that ends up shaping our reality. So instead of saying, I don't want to be unhappy anymore, try flipping that script to something like, I'm blessed, happy, and feeling amazing. See the difference? You're not just hoping for happiness, you're owning it, declaring it as your current reality. And trust me, when you do that, you're laying down a solid emotional foundation and that your life will start to build on. Now here's the kicker. Just talking about wealth and abundance won't cut it. You've got to feel it too. It's like when you start practicing gratitude for what you've already got and really embrace that abundant mindset, you'll notice something shift inside. Suddenly, those complaints start fading away, and you'll find yourself wanting to express even more gratitude. It's a whole vibe change. That's why it's so important to keep an eye on the words you're throwing out there and the emotions behind them. By staying mindful, you can catch those unconscious assumptions that are sneaking in and shaping your world. Even if you're just joking around about the crappy parts of your life, those words can mess with your subconscious in ways you might not expect. Sure, self-deprecating humor might seem harmless, but when you think about the metaphysical side of things, it can actually be a bit of a downer. Every word you say has some kind of energy behind it, and sooner or later, it's going to show up in your life somehow. That's why complaining is such a bad habit. It's like feeding energy to the stuff you don't like, which only makes it stronger. You see this a lot with unhappy couples who keep focusing on what's wrong instead of what's right. They just end up sinking deeper into the same old cycle of misery. So, how do you flip this around? It's all about choosing your words carefully and going for the ones that lift you up. Like, instead of saying, I hope I can win, try something like, I trust that I will win. There's a subtle but powerful difference between just hoping and actually trusting in yourself. Or swap out, I'll try my best with, I trust that I'll excel. You're turning your words into a source of energy and positivity that feeds your joy and vitality. That's the real magic of your words. They can either boost you up or drag you down. And honestly, you can tell a lot about someone just by listening to what they say. Our words are like a window into our inner world, a way of broadcasting to the universe and our subconscious who we really are. So, it's super important to be mindful of how you talk, not just to others, but to yourself. Align your inner dialogue with love, and you'll notice your outer communication starts to follow. When you treat yourself with compassion and speak lovingly about your desires, you're setting the stage for your words to create the best version of yourself. Over time, this alignment with love and positivity brings all kinds of good things your way, proving just how powerful intentional and conscious speech can be in shaping your reality. You know, your words carry a weight that's felt by the universe. If you ever find yourself doubting their power, just take a step back and listen to the people around you. You'll start to notice how their words often match up with what's going on in their lives. Those who struggle with money usually talk about lack and limitations, while those who are thriving seem to speak of abundance and growth. It's wild, but this just shows how our words really do reflect our inner state, which then shapes what happens in our outer world. But here's the thing, don't judge where someone's at, whether they're in a place of poverty or wealth. Both are just different expressions of the divine, influenced by the unique states of mind that create our perception of reality. If you want to see some real change in your life, it all starts with tweaking that inner dialogue. By shifting the way you think and talk to yourself, you can trigger some pretty fast and tangible changes in your outer world. Hermes Trismegistus nailed it when he said, "Man is given the gift of speech and mind that makes him equal to the immortals." That's some deep truth right there. Our words aren't just disappearing into thin air. They're sticking around in the ether, constantly shaping the reality we live in. And it's not just about the world at large, it's personal too. The words we speak are actively molding our individual experiences, leaving a mark on our lives. So think of it this way. Each of us is timeless, and our words, they're like magic spells, packed with power and influence over our lives and the world around us. According to Hermes Trismegistus, learning to use our speech and mind the right way isn't just about the here and now, it's something that extends into the afterlife, bringing us closer to the divine. Even after our physical bodies are gone, the impact of our words lingers on, echoing in ways we can't fully comprehend. It's a pretty strong reminder to be mindful of the words we choose, because they're not just shaping our present, they're reaching far beyond into places we haven't even touched yet. So, yeah, be careful and intentional with your speech. The benefits of doing so are huge. What we say has a deep impact, imprinting itself on the collective consciousness and guiding the flow of events in both our personal lives and the wider world. If we're constantly speaking negatively, whether about the world or our own situations, we're only feeding into that negativity and making it stronger. But if we tap into that eternal essence within us and use our words with love and care, we can draw love and harmony into every part of our lives. On the flip side, speaking from a place of anger or hate is only going to bring more of that energy back to us. So why not choose words that uplift and create the kind of world you want to live in? Here's the thing. You've got to grasp that the world you're living in is basically a mirror, reflecting whatever's going on inside you. We're not talking about some far-off place when we mention the kingdom of heaven. It's actually a state of consciousness that's right there within you, just waiting to be tapped into. Each of us has this immortal potential, and with it, the crazy ability to bring our thoughts and imaginations into the physical world. So what's stopping you? Empower yourself by raising your consciousness and diving deep into that profound reality that's lying dormant within. When you wake up this immortal essence inside you, it's not just your world that starts to change, it's the whole vibe around you. You start transforming everything into something closer to heaven, not just for yourself, but for everyone you touch. But here's the key. When you speak, do it with conviction. Your words have serious power, and when you infuse them with the intention of manifesting heaven on earth, you're aligning your reality with what you truly want. So, go ahead and speak your world into existence, one word at a time, and watch how everything starts to fall into place, perfectly in sync with your deepest desires and dreams.